talk about it. See my people all together, I can't live without this. I got your back, you got my back, that's how we really rock. Too solid for everyone that's really locked in. And mama, thank you for bringing me here. All the success and things I do with you here. And you a queen, you a goddess, and you have no fears. I'm so glad that we here, and we, hey, now we all up. Love and peace is guaranteed, cause we all stuck. Come together, no division, cause we come clutch. All up, yeah, we all up. Hey, now we all up. Love and peace is guaranteed, cause we all stuck. Come together, no division, cause we come clutch. All up, this is one love.
Okay, y'all, we back. We got some new people in the building. We're going to be talking about untreated trauma in the Black community, gangs, poverty, statistics and all that good stuff. Introduce yourself, those who just came in.
My name is Felix. I'm a 41-year-old Black man that's from Old Park, Sacramento, California. And it's been a long-going journey between being incarcerated and my own trials and tribulations and I guess I don't know the word to use, but like getting into society.
Re-entry.
Yeah, re-entry into society. I've been going to jail since I was 10 years old. I haven't lived with my mother since I was 10 years old because of going to jail. Because of that, I never knew it was a trauma that I was going through. I just thought that was my life. Like, this is what it was supposed to be. I didn't meet my dad since I was 10. I thought that's how it was supposed to be. I thought everybody grew up like that. And then I got older, I was like, damn. But by that time, it was, I was deep with them. It's hard. It's hard being Black. I mean, I wouldn't want nothing different, but, I'm trying to cope. I think that's the main thing is coping, staying at it, staying focused. I've been out now 7 years, so as long as I've been all my life. And appreciate it. So it's like I'm seeing some of my kids grow, come of age. I didn't think I'd see that. Through my little journey of going to jail as far as a youth, I've been places where I feel like people grown people are cringe going there. I was in Mississippi, Tutwiler, then Red Rock, Arizona. I've been in Pelican Bay for 5 years. I've been everywhere, all through the system. I guess when you're hard-headed, you gotta learn harder. Sometimes you gotta hit your head, you gotta go through a little more for it to make sense. Obviously, if I knew what I know now, then I could have avoided some of the mistakes I made in the past. But, I guess some of them streets was worth taking, because then I got something I can share, I got something I can give to somebody. Or hopefully, a piece of my story might swerve like another youngster from making that left turn when he should be going right, or whatever. Gangs is there, we got all the little potholes that's, man-made, all the self-destructive everything. I fell a victim to it. Or a product of my environment, so to speak. And I'm trying to still put together. It's hard, it's a struggle. I look to my brothers, my older brothers from my community, but to help shape, and shift my, keep me from going astray as well. So, that's what I want to bring to the table, man, some enlightenment, maybe some understanding, and maybe damn. Get that deep, or maybe something I can say, man, spark something somebody else better change, and not have to go down that road to see how serious it is, or for them to get the on track. And I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yo, I'm Mr. Lewis. I'm from Sacramento as well. I'm just out here doing music, taking care of my fam. Just staying motivated, staying positive, empowering the community, the people around me. I grew up all through Sacramento as well, just everywhere, the South, everywhere in the South, really. And yeah, it was the same for me, just had what I would say now, just not having that family unit that I felt like I needed is what really made me, just go through the things that I went through in my life. Really, just a lot of it. It's like, when I was just running around going to parties, in the streets doing this, whatever it was that I was doing, I felt like I was doing that because I didn't have, nobody else. You know what I mean? I had people around me, and this is what we're doing. Not enough guidance. That's what I'm learning, and that's what I'm trying to provide for my little ones. It's just more guidance. I understand just that we could be doing so much more. And I see people doing so much more, and I'm capable. I know I am. So it's like that's what's steadily on my mind, is just providing for my little ones, doing better for myself on a daily basis. Just connecting with the people around me that I know is empowering and doing the same exact thing, and pushing that, because I know this is what we need. More healing, more support, more love, a healthier mindset, a healthier diet. We need some skills so we can be out here working for ourselves, putting ourselves on, not having to go get a job, not feeling like we don't got no way. We need more options, and we need to continue to show the young ones that, you don't have to just do that or do that. There's so much more we can be doing.
Yes.
So that's just where I feel I come to provide, just, the ideas that just show them, just being an example.
You was asking if I've been through some trauma.
Yes.
Definitely about the worst trauma I've been through. Like I said, my dad died when I was 11, so I was a little boy. It hurt, that's Pops, love him, my superhero. But I'm 11, so over the years, it's cool. Next one was my mom. My mom died in 98. My best friend. And I laid down for 6 months. That's why I love my baby mama so much, that she took care of me. I didn't leave. Only time I left the bedroom was go to the bathroom for 6 months, and she took care of me. That was a cold trauma on me, but the worst one I would say was my nephew got murdered. And the question you asked is how I cope with it. I don't know. The other ones, people die. Your mom and dad died, but your baby died. It's something that I'm still fucked up to this day, so I don't know if I ever really cope with it. And as far as one of the dudes that did it is getting out soon. And as far as coping, I don't know if I see him, I might want to kill him still. And I've changed the way I think and do things before. But if I see this nigga, ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I really have dealt with the coping part of that trauma, because I ain't seen him in 17 years. You know what I'm saying? But if he was to come home today and I walk across him, all this new BoBo shit and go out the fucking door. You know what I'm saying? Because I was my baby. It ain't like mom died naturally, pops died naturally, you know what I'm saying? He took my baby away from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to take something from him so bad. You know what I'm saying? Not his family, not him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how I would deal with it. So I don't know how I would really, if I really had to cope with it. But like I said, it's been 17 years since my baby got killed, and I still wake up in the morning crying, thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? So I really can't answer that question, how I'm gonna cope with it. But I know it's one of the hardest things in the world to mess with, that provide trauma.
That's right. That's right.
Talking about it, I think sometimes talking is a coping mechanism, because you can get it off your chest, versus where I probably didn't know when I spoke on it. I aired it out a little bit. I gave it some, I ain't talk nobody about it, so I think that we up against it. We like a targeted demographic. And if we ain't got each other, we ain't get off the arms with each other. Come on. And what we got, man? What we doing? What we ever gonna be? Where do you begin to cope with it? You don't care about your brother, damn, everybody knows big, what you gotta do, So it's like you got to I don't know as far as y'all feel like I ain't all the way out the fire. My mind don't necessarily be all the way right. Man, I'm trying to wing it though, you know, for the best of what I can, you know, and hopefully I can share it, you know, and we can build off each other, grow off each other, and we can give each other tools that we can take in our bag, you know, and take on with, so we can cope with that, because like you said, man, you took something from me, man, that hurt. Every time I think about it, what you took from me, it's like, man, it's gonna take man me not to, you know, to control these feelings when I see you, or if I ever see you, like, who's to say, like, yeah, I want to be changed, I want to, you know, show you it's a better way, or, you know, you can walk this way, bro, you know, I'm gonna take the nigga route, but who's to say, I'm just a man, you feel me, so I might, you know, hopefully we have some understanding and through wisdom, we can build off of one each other, and we can learn and coping skills, and share resources and share, you know, positive outlets, and you know, your energy can rub off on me, man, and cheer me up a little bit. I can, you know, pass it on. So,
What do y'all think we can do to change, like those feelings and not being able to express yourself? Because I know with men, it seems like it's a lot harder for you guys to express yourself and be vulnerable. Like, how do you think you can change that?
A lot of times we don't have nobody to talk to, like, you know, I feel like black people as a whole, we have a lack of leadership. Like, we be missing a lot. There'll be a lot of patches. Pops might be gone for whatever reason. Moms might, you know, and we don't have people to tell us, like, don't turn that in the street, or how they handle this, or why don't you do it this way, or, you know, it's kind of, we have to figure it out on our own, you know, and you know, it's like, you know, sometimes talking about it is healing. You know, sometimes you can breathe on it. You know, you might shed a tear, but I lost my mom, and I feel like, man, like, that's God to me. I don't know who will understand that. You know, like, man, it's like, I've never seen a world without her being there. So it's like, you know, sometimes I might pull back to try to cope. Sometimes I make me want to lash out. It's like, you only get one mom. It's like, damn, you never be ready for it to go. It's like, you know, I don't know, it's like death be all around us. We see our friends dying. It's like we got it hard out here. So it's like, I don't think nobody playing that hard as black men. Everybody kills, everybody hates us, we hate each other. We, you know, like, it's like, I don't know, it's like, that's why I want to share certain things. I want to get back. When I walk down the show, I want you to scare me. I want you to be like, who's this dude? I want, hey man, what's up? You know, like, you know, we do it to each other, but we ain't surprised when white people cross the street when we come. They're like, I see you coming with a hoodie, I'm across the street, you know, like, and it's like, hurt people. So you never know what somebody going through. I feel like nobody be hurt like how we be hurt. Like we don't get counseling when we see our family members get shot. We don't get see a psychologist. It's, you know, you got to deal with it. They like hold it in, be strong. You know, until you blow up or you know, or whatever. Me trying to give back, or me trying to be somebody for my son, like or you know, just be a voice of reason, you know, I understand, man, I try to cope like that too. I know I hurt a lot of people through my own pain and misunderstanding, misguidance, and that to meet someone, shake their hand, how you doing, brother, is like a blessing, like, you know, and it was like, man, I remember I was in jail, like, so in prison, it was like, man, am I gonna get out of here? Like, I was in Pennsylvania, it's like a cemetery, man, every time you come out, man, it's like, whoo, like, I had high blood pressure for 5 years. I was there. I left. And when I got off the bus, they took my blood out. I never had it again. Like, what the hell? Like, it was real, like, strenuous. And you know, it's like, you know, sometimes as a man, or just as a, you know, like what we going through, it's like we got to be strong. You got to be in you. You got to be. How do you cope? You know, if you cope in the right way. I mean, we don't have all the resources that other people may have, or pouring into that, you know, we've been a victim of society for, you know, for years, but I feel like, you know, still sharp and still, like, when we talk about it, I feel like that's major, that's big, like, cause you know, you you know, I can never tell nobody how I feel about my mom. Like my sisters, nobody. I couldn't share. Like, you know, what I had with my mom was mine. You feel me? So it's like, I really can't expect you to understand that loss, even though you took a loss too, because, you know, it affects everyone differently. But it's like, God bless him who's here. You know, there's a lot of people that didn't make it, you know, from our classes. And then, you know, it's a lot of people that fell short. And it's like, you gotta be strong. Like, if there's something I can say to you to maybe, you know, then I want to be that voice. I want to be that, you know, I'm here for you. I want, you know, I want you to be able to go get up, man. You know, like we need that. Sometimes I got to be too. You got this. You know, too tough to want to, you know, nah, man. We need each other. That's all we got right here. You feel me? So it's like we don't. Each one don't teach one. It's like what we got, man. I'm gonna let you fall. Then next I'm gonna be falling. Then you gonna fall. Then before you know it, we won't none of us be here. So it's like we gotta feed off each other's strength. I feel like our testimony is hopefully can be a testament to you being stronger or to you. You know what? That was deep right there, man. Maybe I can apply that, and, you know, or whatever. It's like, you know, it's like we get it. It's like it's raw material for us because we really had to lay it out. Like, hey man, we got a place for you guys. You know, it's like we had to stumble into this. Like, damn, man. You know, it's you know, pitfalls are so great to be able to cope and to be able to make it in society and to with all your marbles and your faculties. It's to say a lot, man, because you know we've been stepped on for so long to where you know it's. I believe we the shit, man. Like, can we still can smile or still show up somewhere? Like y'all know what we been through, man. Like, you know, we hear some people not to take away from no one else's pain. It's like, man, we get this natural. Like we playing behind the 8 ball from the gate. Boom, man. You know, we got to, you know, and I feel like a lot too often times we don't get credit. We don't get that. Hey man, that's what's up, bro. Like. You know, sometimes you need to hear that from your peers, not from your label. And you know, a teacher, you know, we need, you know, we be best guided. We have a lot of the wrong leaders. Like, oh, you see a dope on shit, you know, versus like, where did the dudes at to go to school? Where did the dude, where that cat at? You know, and like, let's big that up. You know, like some certificates or you know, I want something tangible I can get in my son. Like, you know, I miss carpentry class. But hopefully I can give him some wisdom. I can drop some jewels on him that he can use that the carpet would have been taken. With, you know, and that's what I believe. I believe each one teach one. I believe we as individuals have a duty, especially within our community. Like, I mean, at one point in time, we probably was tearing this community up, give back now, put those bricks back that we busted up. You know, like, you got some knowledge that you learn some stuff, share it, pass it on, brother. Like, give it to me, let me give it to this cat over here. That's, you know, because at the end of the day, we don't get nowhere from like, you sharp, but I'm dumb as hell, or you know that, but why I can't get over that? And I feel like this what we like to do. Like, we black men, we up against it, we like a targeted demographic. And if we ain't got each other, we can't get on arms with each other. Come on. And what we got, man? What we doing? What we ever gonna be? You know, like where do you begin to cope with it? Like, you don't care about each other, like, damn, everybody knows this, like, you know. So it's like, you got to, I don't know, it's hard, I feel like I ain't all the way out the fire. My mind don't necessarily be all the way right. Man, I'm trying to wing it though, you know, for the best of what I can, you know. And hopefully I can share it, you know, and we can, you know, we can build off each other, grow off each other, and we can give each other tools that we can take in our bag, you know, and take on with, so we can cope with that.
What do y'all think we can do to change like those feelings of not being able to express yourself? Because I know with men, it seems like it's a lot harder for you guys to express yourself and be vulnerable. Like, how do you think you can change that?
I got an example of how it worked with me. Court-ordered anger management. I was sitting in class, and like, BoBo, you got anything to say that? Nope. And that months I've been, nope, I got nothing to say. And then one day, it was a big brother up in there, tall, big dude like me, and he got up there and he got to talking about what he was going through with his baby mom and his kids and stuff, and I felt him. And then he started crying, he was talking, and I seen someone who looked like me, big dude,
yes.
And they just shut me up after that. And then I shared everything that I could after the class because what we think would help us do that is like what we're doing right now.
Yes.
You know, me and Bruce feeding off one another right now.
Yes.
We feeling each other, what we went through and what he going through, his loss, my loss. When we can get to express that out, that's all part of helping the healing process. Right there, you know, we are giving stuff a stigmatism like if we be sympathetic with one another, oh, that's weak.
Yes.
We got to be hard all the damn time. And when I saw that big brother cry, and it showed me that I had to be hard, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, and it helped me a whole lot. You know, so that was the hardest thing right there. That was hard. Him crying, that showed major strength. You know what I mean? And that's one of the ways we can get over that.
Yes, that's for real.
I was thinking that in your particular situation, what you do now with your life is your coping mechanism. That's why it's a doubt on what you'll do when you sin versus I know what I used to do when I would sin. So there is a certain amount of coping in that. You know what I mean? My life is different now. I work with the kids now, and now it's a pause when I think about if I sin versus back in the day, I know without a shadow of a doubt, I can't wait to see it.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean? So I think that is, even though, because it's in the tunnel and it's the light at the end of it, we don't give it the props that it deserves. You feel what I'm saying? But I think that is the coping mechanism. That is the fact that I need to look at, I have to think about it versus I would know. And that's a big difference. You know what I mean? That's like him crying to me. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know BoBo. You know what I mean? And just to pause, like, okay, yeah, you took that from me. What I heard you say was, I don't want to hurt his mama. I want to hurt him. So that means that I know that if I be the old me, I'm gonna do them like you done me. And that's a pause. Like I'm gonna wait on it. I ain't gonna take it out on everybody. Shit ain't gonna roll downhill on my watch. So I think that's like the biggest thing that we can do. Just like show somebody else that even though that you in the tunnel, you still further than you was. And at least to me it means something.
Do you guys think poverty in the black community like plays a role in the trauma that we've experienced?
It plays a part, but I think education is understanding because you can be the poorest person, but if your understanding is at the par, you may see things a little differently. You feel me? I think the poverty part is the lack of resources. That's having this time to be able to do that. You might have to go to work, I might have to go, you know. If you want to learn, you can learn. But if you want to say, well, man, I ain't got no money, but yeah, if it ain't the money, it'll be something else. It'll be, you know, I think the poverty is like an excuse factor. Because I mean, like, you ain't gonna let that be the reason why you don't give your kids what they need to be able to get through the day to day. Oh man, we ain't got no money, man. Y'all don't talk to me no more. I mean, so you know, at the end of the day, it's like we got some of it we got to root out.
Yeah.
Don't let that be the reason. Like as long as you can hear me from over here, you can get this man. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
So it's like I don't want us to just be like we're just victimized. It's like, oh man, we don't really have the money. You know, we have information. We have knowledge, we do have some understanding, we've been through some shit. You know, like, I was like, bro, with every youngster going to job, I got a hell of a story to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I thought I didn't have time, but man, you know, and it's like, and it's not a, I don't like speak on it as a badge of honor, but it's like, damn, it's like, nobody really go through all that yet. You know what, man, I got a story. You know, I've been with you, man. I've been sitting in that seat right there, man. They got a spot for you, dog. If you don't want to listen or you think that you too hard or you too, you know, nobody love me, fuck you, you know, you have to love yourself. And I feel like we need to teach that to each other. You know, like, I love you, man. You feel me? I got love. I understand your circumstances, man. You look like me. Your pain mirrors my own. And right there, I feel like we have a foundation we can build from that, man. Like, we don't necessarily have to be victims, but talking, it's everything. You really never know how you tell you cool. You tell you, I never hear you open your mouth. If you never speak, I never know what's going on with this dude over here. But when you open your mouth and you share, man, you get like, yeah, he cried, man, that was deep, man. You know, now you give me a chance to open up and instead of always being that guy, like, show me another side. You know, we three-dimensional. You know, it's more towards it's the hard body, like, you know. And I feel like people's stories be interesting because it's like, you don't have to be the biggest dude to go through what you're going through. Like, everybody has a different coping mechanism to it, or they say it's not the strongest of the species that survive, but the one that's most adaptable to change. You have to be able to flow with the water. You have to be able to, you know, if not, you know, the hard dude, they got somewhere for you, man. You feel me? So you got to be able to, like, man, I got to get this job real quick. You know, you got to be able to switch it up. You got to be able to multitask. And when we start saying, like, well, you know, we poor, or we get, I feel like, there's little barriers we put in that, like, man, don't let that be the reason, man. We been stepping over poor.
Right.
We have never not been poor.
Right.
So, I mean, we can't, you know, some of the stuff that we can, I feel like we shortchanging ourselves by, you know, let's get rid of excuses. Let's start doing. The white folks are doing it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's, you know, can't nobody really tell you about your trauma that ain't been through the trauma. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's like, but if you just keep it bottled up and you never say it, like, you know, what you went through to deal with your parents dying, like, damn, that was some enlightening shit, man. My daddy never told me nothing about, you know, how he coped. Like, I feel like everything crazy as hell. Right. But before I want mine to look at me like that, like, I want to get some inlay, I want to kick the ball back and forth. Let's talk about it, man. Like, you can't be afraid to talk because it's like, man, it's like, you know, you got a mouth for a reason. Like, share, spread the wisdom. Knock me on the head with what you got going on up there, man. Tell me something slick. You know what I'm saying? So that you know, it's you know, words can move people. And it's bad enough that we don't have like a lot of black leaders or people we can look on TV and see and be like, oh man, that brother here, like, you know, we got to get right here in the mud. Like, I got to give you got to give, you know, we go from there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it starts with us. And that's why I said I want my best, so I want to be able to, I don't want to just be like the game and introduce the game thing and you know, I was basically like a whole lot of other people. Right. You feel me? But it's like, on the flip side, it's like, man, I want to be able to share something back. I want to come sit in this group. I was like, you know what? I never heard Blue talk like that. Right. Or, you know, I do have some sense. You know, and before people like, oh, he crazy, or man, I eat food. And I want you to know the dude that got some sense too. The one who can talk, the one who can be a father to his kids. The who can go grocery shopping, clean the house. And, you know, I got that in me too. You know, so I don't want to limit myself to just being like the dude that's in the cell, or the dude that's, you know, that you know, there's so many of us that fall short of becoming anything, or blossoming, or you know, or like shoot like glove, you know, be in jail, be on drugs somewhere trying to cope with, you know, like, so for those of us that are here and are like-minded, like, man, we got to shout it like we got it, man. We got to, you know, give it to me, y'all. Like, you know, drop it on me, man. Like, it's not what we doing. You feel me? Like we teach each other to be done. I'm teaching you to do the same dumb shit that I was doing, unless I tell you what I've learned from that dumb shit I was doing that you're doing now. Hey, you know, man, you know, all that time you doing it, man, you can be, it's money, the game, man, I'm here to tell you, it's a non-profit organization. I don't care how many people you kill. You need to look up before 50, you kill 10 people, man, I'm not gonna hell about that. Like, your kids are hungry right now, though. You know, it's like a lot of us, we don't see that when we're young, you just be in the moment. And before you look up, it's like, damn, I'm old now, man, like, you know, like, and it's like, sometimes we can be caught, man, so like, whoa. If you see me, I'll probably pull my coattail, man. You ain't gotta cuss me out for everybody, but like, and I feel like I should be able to do the same to you. Like, come on, man, we got to, you know, let's build each other up, these bricks. So we can, you know, and I'm gonna pull you up, you pull me up, dog. I might need you tomorrow. I might be toe up and can't, you know, something going on, but it's to help it. Words of encouragement. It's like us, but as black men, black people, we can't be too, you know, like standoffish or your problem is my problem a little bit. You You get what I'm saying? If it's not today, it will become. It's still open. Yeah, it's like, I feel like we have that problem more than like anybody. Look at all the people. You got to do shot 7 people and then that shit to do with, you feel what I'm saying? But there's probably somebody that see that whole little play. And he was like, hey man, like, we don't do that. It's like, they mind your business. And, it's like, nigga, we kings, nigga, we the rulers of the world. Nigga, there's a reason why they don't like us. Nigga, they try to kill us every year. Like, we still here. Like, they try everything they can power to kill us, man, we here. And it's like, if we can't find that in us, you might have to write my life down. So, you know what I am? I can't be an entrepreneur. I can't be a psychologist. I can't be. Sometimes we need to be told that. Sometimes we need a little. But I feel like we got a duty to each other. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's like you ain't gonna make it by yourself, dog. I ain't gonna make it by myself. So why not drop something on me? Like, hey, man, this how I pass that class, bro. And this how we build. This how men, and then we can start. Each one teach one for, be 40, 50 other people that think just like us, in the same like-mindedness. But everybody hate each other, fuck that, it's counterproductive. So, like this is big, this big, this is where it starts at. This is where it starts at. When you talk, we build from here, man. I'm talking about got a little piece of head on their shoulders, you got a little piece of head, it's a little bit of sickness. I can work with you. I'm going to listen, that's what I'm saying, man, to be empathetic or whatever I need to be. But I feel like as long as we can come sit down like this, man, we coping like a motherfucker. We sharpen my stuff, sharpen yours. Like, hey, bro, like, I'm glad you shared that with us, man, because, that touched me. And I can apply it to myself. But as long as we be silent, it's like, silence speaks volumes. Like, what are we saying to each other? Like, you might need some help with what you got going on. If you don't ever say that, who would know?
That's right. Okay, so we touched on some really good, topics, stigma, statistics, and just growing up in the hood. Are there any life lessons that you've learned that you want to pass on to the youth or anyone listening?
Always listen to what an older person that literally has to say that's been through experience. Always listen to them, because if you don't listen to them, you just stupid. Listen, if he telling you something that you want to do and you want to do it and you don't care, listen to what that elder got to tell you, because it's very important. Because I'm glad I listened to a lot of my older people and everything from what they experienced, and they say, I ended up in jail and I ended up almost dead and shot, robbed, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So always listen to what somebody that's that has experience and what you really so-called want to do. If you want to go be a gangster, go ask a gangster on what it's really like to be a gangster. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to be, whoever you want to be a pimp, go ask a pimp what you gonna go through. You want to be a street nigga, go ask a street nigga that's in the streets. He gonna tell you, hey, bro, you gonna either get shot, you gonna get robbed, or you gonna either be up in jail, you gonna either just, whatever. But always listen to what they say, because if you don't, you just gonna be just like them, continue on their cycle, break their cycle. Always listen to what somebody that's older, who's older than you and got more experience, because they're the ones that tell you the truth. Except the person that's next to you telling you to go do the shit that he wants you to do so he can feel the type of way and he can get his all, you know what I'm saying? Don't listen to the people that's telling you to do stuff that you really want to do, knowing that it's dangerous. Listen to somebody that's giving you a message on what they've really been through, the experience. That's all I gotta say to you.
I would say pay attention and learn from others' mistakes. Think about consequences of shit you do. You know what I'm saying? I tell my son this every day, because I took him off the football team because he got suspended for cussing at the teacher. And I'm like, you love to play football, but now I'm making him turn his uniform in. But you can think about the consequences. Like, if I fuck you, like he did to the lady, what would be the consequence of this? Consequence, now you don't get to play the rest of the football season. There ain't playoffs. I didn't yell at him, I didn't whoop his ass. I knew that hurt him more than anything. To teach about consequence, think about what you gotta do. Or if you see your partners who did something that they know and they know they shouldn't have did, but the trouble they got into, learn from that mistake. You know what I'm saying? It's all about choices. Make the right choices in life. And you ain't gonna always make them right. So don't. And when you do make a wrong one, learn from it. Don't be down yourself and make, oh damn, I'm stupid, I did that. No, you learn from that mistake, you move on, and then improve yourself as much as you can from learning from that mistakes.
I would say that be receptive to wisdom. You can't listen to everybody who's talking. You have to try to pick who you're around, try to know where you're at, try to be aware of what's going on, who got your best interest at heart, because everybody gonna love you. You know, like, if they just give you that gun, he gonna love you. Or you're going to shoot, you know, or whatever. So you have to be, you have to be receptive. You have to be, you really can't be in a slow class, man. You gotta be paying attention. You gotta be alert. Ain't nobody gonna watch your back like you gonna watch your own. Ain't nobody gonna wipe your ass like you gonna wipe your own ass. So, you know, like, everybody don't have the greatest advice for you. So somewhere in your mind, you have to be able to decipher through. You know what? That's gonna work for me versus being misled or being suckered off the streets or tricked out of society. So know your surroundings, know who you with, know what you're doing, where you going when you get in the car with those 4 people. What y'all got going on? Is this what I want to do? When we get pulled over, you might got a pistol. Be aware, be alert, and have some kind of direction about yourself, man. So you ain't just misled, man, and have yourself where you don't want to be.
That's right.
I would say, love yourself. Accept yourself. Work on yourself. Work on your skills. Work on your love. What you love. What you want to do. Stay healthy. Make healthy decisions. Like everybody else was saying, just be aware of what's going on.
I'm getting from my brothers, speak on it, speak up, be an example as much as you can, communicate, be receptive, be accepting, be more accepting of our brothers and what they're going through, because we never know what somebody else is going through. And if it's any reflection on what we went through personally, it's probably some deep shit. BoBo said a good one. Learn from what other people do. Know your surroundings. You know what I mean? Do the people you with, do they even ride their own beef since you're choosing to be fold deep in the car? I think a lot of jewels have been dropped here today. I think that's real important. Just as much as you can, do as much as you can, however you can, whenever you can.
That's what I was gonna say too. Work hard, you know what I mean? Don't be lazy. Get your ass up and go do your No, you got to. It's something you got to do. You gotta get your ass.
And like Rico said earlier, how much is that going to affect somebody else? How much is that going to bless somebody else? How much of you just doing you is going to shine on somebody else's seed to blossom them and grow?
Yes.
And that's the truth.
Yes, we dropped some real good jewels tonight.
I don't wanna be the same. I just wanna see change. I don't wanna be the same. I just wanna see change. I don't wanna be the same. Look, I just wanna see change. Yeah, I don't wanna be the same. Sometimes I wonder if this life is real. It make no sense on why we being killed. That's the state of the deal. With no help from the real, they rather turn behind your back instead of keeping it real. Stereotypes, I'm not for the hype. You can move along in your own path. It's not that bad if you actually is. It's like a sad song, you can't escape from all the remedies. Put the pieces together from the missing puzzles of the truth. Just let me be. I don't want no problems, I make peace. I'm living my life, I do this right here for the streets. Never pick the fight, always respecting the ones who speak. This shit is strike, wake up and fight, we still asleep. I'm trying to see my business on this very roll of peace. Negotiations, I'm associated to the streets. I'm very patient every day, I'm waiting to be free. I appreciate my time, I embrace the inner me. I just wanna see change. same. I just wanna see change. I don't wanna be the same. I just wanna see change. I don't wanna be the same. I just wanna see change. I don't wanna be the same.
I grew up with the fam, we did what we can, man. We separated early, it's a struggle, man. Yeah, 4 sisters and 2 brothers, a small clan. Household was functional with no plan. I don't remember much, but my pops was a rolling stone. He was there for some time, but then again he's gone. A lot of times me and moms didn't get along, but I was always out the house, so it was very strong. I always wanted my family around me. Yeah, my family reunion was friends around me. He was around, but the love had found me. And understand it's grounded. Can I be different from the people that have raised me? I changed my diet, now they thinking that I'm crazy. I always said that I'll do better on the daily. Yeah, 5 years later in life is amazing.
I just wanna see change. I don't wanna be the same. I just wanna see change. I don't wanna be the same. I just wanna see change. I don't wanna be the same. I just wanna see change. I don't wanna be the same.
Hey, I appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate y'all. That's a new track, me and Knowledge ain't dropped that shit. Me and Knowledge working on the video. It's gonna be out soon. Stay tuned.
Okay.